Welcome back, everyone. I'm joined now by EMU soccer head coach Scott Hall. And Scott, you've only had about a week or so to practice, but what do you like so far about your team, and what maybe still needs tweaking?
I think we brought in a great freshman class that's real athletic and fast, so our speed of play is really picked up. Again, we lost some seniors from last year that were great leaders, but I think this year's senior class has really stepped up to kind of bring everybody in. And again, it's still early, first weekend, but I think we're really pushing the limits of what we can get to this year.
Coach, you got some real scoring threats, especially Chelsea Dietrich and Stephanie Clark, who, of course, had an outstanding freshman year. Just give us a little bit of insight to them and some of your other key playmakers.
I think that was one of the keys, is we wanted to add to these two players, and I think we did that. I think both CD and Clark come in, and again, they're weapons. They're good on set pieces. They're good in the run of play. We also have Allie Kime up front, good target player, can hold balls, set them up. We get Chelsea Oden back in the center midfield to help play balls into those two. We also bring Angela Vitaggio off the bench up front, who can run at people. Kara Katai, and even Katie Marshall get into the mix up front a little bit here too, to kind of add to the weapon. So I think we'll definitely have some pace, some athleticism, and some creative mindset to kind of get to the goal. So we're pretty excited about this year's attacking core.
9 freshmen on the roster this year. What kind of skill sets do they bring to the table, and are you expecting them to contribute right out of the gate?
Yeah, all of them. We have 21 players on the roster. Obviously, 9 of those are freshmen. So again, we're depending on them coming in and giving us some support right away. Whether it's starting or coming off the bench, all 9 of them will have to play a pretty big role this year. And I think for them, the first 3 or 4 days, that's kind of a heavy load for them to kind of put all together. But I think now, as we're kind of getting into it and they're learning the system and they're feeling a little more comfortable, I feel like we'll get a lot out of them. And again, we added speed and athleticism this year, so I think that'll help us throughout the MAC season.
Well, we know about the loss up front in Maggie Christensen, your leading goal scorer last year, and also star goalie Monique Boudani. Is it going to take a team effort to fill those kinds of voids, or are you looking to 1 or 2 of your seniors to step up and fill that gap?
Yeah, it's a team effort. It always is a team effort. I think for us, we have a lot of players that can do damage. It's now getting everybody's confidence up. And again, in the back, in the goal, it's going to be a young player that's going to be back there. So again, we're going to have some bumps in the road with that. But I think we have two capable keepers that can step in and really help us. So again, putting the right people at the right time and finding what that mix is, that's what we're going to have to do here over the next couple weeks.
Talk about the defense. Last season, they might have given up a few more scoring chances than you would have liked. But is that one of the keys this year to shoring up the defense that'll take you deep into the MAC tournament?
Yeah, again, I think the defense has to be solid, but we have to score our chances too. I think last year we created a lot of good chances. We just didn't finish on them. And we had some moments where we did, some games we didn't. We weren't very consistent. I think this year is about that consistency. If we can defend well as a team, and the chances that we create, we have to finish on. That's going to be key for us.
You're obviously very familiar with your opponents in the Mid-American Conference, but is there one game that you as a coach look forward to in particular, or are they all, you just take one game at a time basically?
The MAC Conference is a unique conference because everybody can beat everybody. So, there isn't one that I would circle on the calendar. There's probably 5 or 6. But for us, it's making sure we win those home games. And again, if you can get a couple wins on the road and you win all your home games, you're into the playoffs, which gives you a good chance of winning a championship, because once you get to the playoffs, anything can happen.
All right, Coach, thank you very much for coming on, and good luck this year.